Hello, my Virgos. Welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 19th going to the 25th. You have the Soulmates card already jumping out. So let's just dive in. You have also got the Chaos and Conflict. And let's get one more for you. Orphaned Energy. All right, so these are going to be some key themes. These cards kind of come through in your energy, so these may not be things that are literally around you, but it's an energy that you're sensing. So take it however it resonates for you guys, but soulmates are definitely going to be a key theme for you. So whether this is in regards to your soul tribe, soulmates doesn't always have to be romantic. So if it is, then this could be highlighting that there is going to be something going on within a relationship this week. But if you're not in a relationship, this can also be outside of that too. So like friendships or partnerships with people, there is something coming through here that you are going to be meeting people who you're meant to meet at this time. We have chaos and conflict, which can come up in different scenarios. This may mean that you actually have chaos and conflict around you. Usually what this card kind of represents here is that something in your environment is shaping you. It's getting rid of a lot of those layers that you had that may have been from conditioning. I always see this like your image is changing. That can be literally, but more of a sense of your identity is changing. The way that you see the world is changing. The way that the world sees you is changing. You are changing, Virgo, basically is what it's meaning. And it's usually from chaos and conflict that we kind of realize certain aspects of ourselves, what we want, what we don't want to have in our life. You also have orphaned energies. So this comes in where there could be a little bit of negative belief about yourself, usually coming from past experiences. Orphaned here is feeling neglected, feeling left out, feeling unwanted, unloved, or feeling like you don't really have a lot of people around you. So if you have been sensing that, because we have the soulmates here, I do see that you will be meeting a soul tribe, and you might come across a certain person, if you have not already, who definitely is going to make you feel a lot less like an orphan, basically. Right, let's dive into your reading. I'm actually just going to use the Golden Art Neveu, if I ever say that correctly. Let's dive into your reading, my lovely Virgos. Right, for Virgo's energy this week, the Knight of Pentacles. So this is really good in terms of your career. This tells me that you're moving forward, you're planting seeds. So could be doing new things or adding new streams of income or whatever it is into your workload. These are all going to be things that will help you with your growth. Could be learning new things. That can also be a message coming through, but it's representing slow and steady movement as you're going forward, which is great. Let's clarify that. Five of Swords, this is telling you that you've recently or lately have walked away from a certain situation. Five of Swords can be a card of kind of separation. I see it as like a cutting ties with something. So for some of you, maybe in terms of your work, maybe there is somebody that you have split with. Maybe you have had a disagreement with somebody in a workspace. Because the Knight of Pentacles is still just focusing on his pentacle there, I will say that whatever you've had to let go of in the pursuit for your success is meant to be let go of. Okay? If that makes sense to you. All right, let's see. Five of Swords, the Devil, and the Three of Pentacles. I just heard something. Now I forgot what it was. Three of Pentacles is usually about collaboration. So yeah, somebody who maybe you were collaborating with. The Devil energy is like maybe there was some temptations involved, bad habits, whatever. Maybe it just wasn't a really good collaboration. Maybe there was something kind of toxic about it or something that just wasn't quite right. The Three of Pentacles, again, something in the foundation had to change. Or in order to build a right foundation, something had to change, something had to be let go of. You had to let go of a devil energy. You had to cut ties. For some of you, like I will say, whatever this is for you, this feels like for some, this was like a karmic connection, because usually the devil is Saturn energy, which can represent, past life karma or, that comes through in this lifetime to clear it. So if there is anything you had to, have a falling out with, is so that you can build the right foundations properly. For some of you, you had to go back to the foundation to get rid of any of those, I'm hearing like a bad egg. Like there's a bad egg, basically meaning, what does that mean? Like, is there was there an imposter in your life? Was there a certain belief, for example, that was in your life that needed to be let go of? This is something that was directly impacting your foundation though. So whatever it is, had to be let go of so that you can move forward. All right, let's carry on with the Knight of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles. This is good. This is representing a lot of progress. There may be moments where you feel, is this ever going to get where I want to go? Because you are in it for the long term. I can see that here, Virgo. Seven of Pentacles with the Knight of Pentacles. It's very slow moving. It's very Capricorn energy. It's very much about responsibility, routine, and constantly having to nurture something without always seeing a result. Like imagine what you're doing as like a big tree that you're trying to grow so that it can, in the next 20 years, it can have an abundance of fruit. I see that you have a vision of what you want your future to be like. And at the moment, you're really kind of going through that kind of nitty gritty stuff to make sure that that future actually happens. So what you're doing is working, but you're not in a position to see it now. You're in a position where you're having to deal with all the chaos, basically. You're dealing with the foundations. You're dealing with the root issues. Okay? I still see you moving forward. I still see that you are reassessing and looking over some things. I do see that you are going to see some progress. But I think in your head, what you're wanting is the Ten of Pentacles, which is that end goal, that legacy, that financial abundance, to retire, whatever it is, whatever your goal is, a family, whatever, the home. But it does feel like there is a bad egg in your surroundings. So I think you are kind of letting go of that. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, but maybe it's just something that is just not really good collaboration. In terms of a challenge for Virgos this week, please, Spirit, you have the Ace of Pentacles and a Star card. Now, when good cards come up in a challenge position, it's basically, it doesn't scare me as a reader to see that. It just basically means this will happen, but your challenge is maybe focusing on this here for you, because Ace of Pentacles is again a new beginning or a new stream, a new idea, for example, that will actually pay off for you. And the Star card, this feels like your challenge is actually your goal, whether it's again just stability, healing, a new beginning, a new stream of income, whatever it is. The Ace of Pentacles is a golden opportunity, and the Star card is really about success, your dreams, your goals, hopes, and also could be healing. So it's not really much of a challenge, I will say. I feel like you're not feeling in this energy because of this devil energy that you're having to deal with, and the Five of Swords, having to cut ties with these belief systems, with these habits or addictions or fears, to step into that, because I feel like this is in your energy already. So I will say, Virgo, you are meant for success. Whatever it is that you're desiring is desiring you too. It's coming your way. But that devil energy, it just feels like there is just something there. Just one more for that devil energy. Six of Cups. I really feel like that is Two of Swords. This could potentially, the Two of Swords with the devil is good because that means you're cutting those chains, which is good. You're no longer going to be attached to this energy. So when the Six of Cups comes in, it's a past. Okay, so this could be a past connection coming through. Could just be nostalgia, for example. Maybe you're reflecting on the past and, the foundation. Some of you might need to rewrite the story or the narrative, because for some of you, whilst you're building a foundation, whilst you're building a plan, if this past has any influence on it, I feel like that is going to be a challenge for you later on. So make sure that we're healing anything here. Maybe that's why the Star is in a challenge position, is because there's something from the past that still needs to be healed or let go of completely. But you do with the Two of Swords, so I do see that you are kind of, if this is a past life connection or some sort of karmic energy, you are going to be releasing it. Will have no hold over you anymore, which is good. For some reason, it's coming up for you this week, whether it's just nostalgia or what. maybe you still have ties with this person, like that's going to be completed and removed. So interesting indeed. Right, let's see what the advice is from Spirit. Is the Queen of Cups, focusing on your intuition, your emotional well-being, understanding that you guys have a really big heart, Virgo. As you can see, this Queen of Cups actually has the most beautiful cup there is in this deck. It's very it's completely like advanced. Like there is a word that's just not coming to my mind, but it's just completely different from the other cups, which basically means you're very unique. And there is something very special about your uniqueness, okay? Some of you have a very nurturing energy about you, and they're wanting you to step into that, making sure that your emotional well-being is intact, because the thing is with the Queen of Cups, she has such a big heart that sometimes she feels empathy for people who may not really deserve the empathy. She may have a lack of boundaries with people because of her emotions here. So for some of you, if you are an empath, something about that devil energy could be making you feel like you, I don't know, if you want to extend yourself, if you want to, I don't know what it is, but your advice is to look after yourself, look after your feelings, your emotions. Because you have the orphaned energy, what is it that's making you feel that way? The Queen of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Queen of Wands is the Empress, damn it. This is representing you, Virgo, being in a position of knowing your worth, understanding your worth, holding yourself to that value. I am getting a specific message for some of you who may have been single for a while. This Empress is like, you know what you're worth, and you know that it will come to you in the right time. But with the Knight of Wands, and this is clarifying why you feel a little bit left out or feel a little bit lonely, I want to say, is because maybe some people come into your life and they're only in it for the fun. You know, they're not in it for the long term. Like, you've not met your match yet, and that maybe makes you feel like, you know, in that orphaned energy. If it's not to do with love, then this deep feeling could be coming from, because these are usually quite good cards. So why is the orphaned here if this is not to do with love? The Two of Wands, it's to do with your future. There is this desire. Oh, okay, so you want to be the Empress. Now, you already are, but this clearly is representing some sort of belief system, again, potentially from past energy. Knight of Wands here coming through is the go-getter, is the courage, the optimism, the part of us that is a free spirit, wants to go out and explore the world and learn new things. And the Two of Wands is, again, about thinking about the future and expanding that. It's really strong, like Jupiter energy, a lot of expansion, a lot of planning for the future. The Empress, again, is about attracting that. But the orphan energy, some of you might be feeling a little bit like it's not attainable. But if it's not attainable, then why do you have it so strong within you that that's what you're meant for in this lifetime? Like, for some of you, it does feel a little bit like there's a bit of imposter syndrome, or a little bit like, because these are all good cards, I think you already know where you want to go, or, you know, even if that's not super clear, you know that you're made for really big things and a really big future. By the way, I'm seeing big, and I don't know if that's because you're desiring it or if that is already in your environment. Like, whatever you have, it will be big. If it's a business, it will be a big business. If it's a home, you're gonna have a big home. Like, if it's, I don't know, like a car, you're gonna have a big car. I don't know, like, I'm seeing, because of this Jupiter energy, like, I'm seeing something expanded. So this orphaned energy potentially is coming from the fact that you might be reminiscing on times where you didn't have that you was not loved. You might be reflecting on times where you was not free. You might be reflecting on times where you didn't have a plan. Like, I don't know what exactly this is, but this Empress and this Knight of Wands and this Two of Wands feels like advice to remind yourself of when you're feeling in those ways. Okay? Righty. Let's clarify the soulmates. Ace of Wands could be new passion being sparked here when it comes down to the people around you. Six of Pentacles. This is an equal exchange, so you are inviting in and attracting in very equal relationships. This is an equal give and take. This is passionate. This is a lot of supporters, a lot of attention. 6 of Wands usually is a victory. So for a lot of you, if it is in terms of a relationship, some of you definitely could be getting engaged, going to a higher level, or meeting your partner if you have no one around you at the moment. All right, Virgo. Now, what else do we have to ask? What is it? Let's look at the chaos and conflict. The Eight of Cups came up reversed. Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups came out here. Now, Eight of Cups reversed. I mean, usually in the upright, this is a card about walking away from something that doesn't serve you. So in the reverse, it may mean that we may not be walking away from something. A little bit of a confusion here in regards to this. Now, Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups is an emotional experience. Most likely some sort of message. Page of Cups usually is something being said to you that brings up a lot of emotions. It's how I read this card. Usually it's some sort of news. Whether it is somebody coming in, this is a complete surprise. And with the Ace of Cups, someone's offering you love, or something is offering you. Let's clarify that. With the One of the Magician, something you're manifesting in. And the Eight of Cups reversed, is a wild card. So there is a new beginning at hand, and there is a new emotional experience. This is interesting because it's like the Knight of Cups, but some of you, there is like, I'm getting a message here that you were really close to giving up on something, but you didn't, and just as you were almost gonna give up, like something happened or something was said, and it brought in so many emotions. And these are good emotions. I mean, it could be somebody expressing their feelings to you. Maybe you were going to give up on them, and your expectations for something, and then they just come in and tell you how they feel, or they take you on a date or something. And this sparks up a really new, like if it's love, passionate beginning, and something that you manifested. You were starting to think that's, or in terms of work, whatever it is, it's an emotional experience. If it's whatever it is, you were really about to give up on it. You really started to think, okay, maybe I was wrong. Maybe this isn't for me. Maybe this isn't going to work out. And all of a sudden, something came as a surprise to you that meant that you didn't have to walk away from it, and everything was going to work out. So there is this energy coming through of that. The chaos and conflict, something had to fall away for something to be revealed. Whether that's someone letting their guard down, you letting your guard down, whatever it is, I don't know, but something you manifested, or something that is a manifestation here. Interesting indeed. Is there any other questions from Virgo, I wonder? Ultimately, what I have to say is you are made for big things. Don't let this devil energy come creeping in to tell you otherwise. Because there is something in your foundation, like we said earlier, that does need to be changed or cut out of. You have the Temperance here. So Temperance, to clarify, the devil in the Six of Cups is about taking some time to rebalance yourself before moving forward. So don't carry any hate or anger with you when it comes down to past energy. All right, because we don't want that in our foundation. We don't want something to be built based off of anger and fear. So this Temperance energy is about patience, is about forgiveness. And yes, I will say that. It doesn't mean we have to forgive a person. God bless me. It's more of a case of balancing your feelings and emotions in regards to that situation. It doesn't mean you have to let anybody in. And in fact, whoever you've let go of or cut ties with in the past, you were supposed to do that. I do think it's a part of your destiny. But whilst you're building and rebuilding your foundations from that situation, make sure that you're doing it from a place of peace. Because what we don't want to do is do things out of spite or have any involvement with that devil energy. Page of Pentacles. Just be aware of any offer coming from somebody, I will say. Yeah, the Hierophant and the Death card. I think you're moving on in terms of your direction. I think that what Spirit wants you to do is focus on your beliefs. Like the Hierophant is kind of like a religious card, so I almost see it as a little bit of like focusing on your practices, on your spiritual practices, or whatever it is that you practice, whatever, if it's a religion, if it's spirituality, or if it's just your beliefs. It's almost a little bit like the opposite of one another. One is complete control, and one of it is just complete like surrender. It's different. One is obedience and one is surrendering. That's how I feel anyway with that. Anyway, all right, well, Virgo, that is what I have for you. Please let me know down below how this resonated with you. If you like the reading, make sure you like and subscribe if you want. Please come back again. I send you my love, and I hope to see you guys next time. All right.